Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and thank you for joining us today. In today's video, we are planting seeds.
Yes, in today's video we're thinking about successional sowing of seeds. Now just going to be planting some seeds in these trays and in these pots here. We're going to be starting off with some runner beans.
Can you start?
She is pushing the runner bean into each of the pots. The bean has already been put, she's already put a bean on top of each one of the pots.
Like this.
And now she's just pushing the bean into the pot. She's putting it in probably about an inch, something like that.
They are only inside. They are already inside this, but I just need to cover them.
That's right.
I will just use my little fingers.
The variety of runner bean is Polestar. She's going to be putting them into these little pots. Growing, they will then germinate and grow in those little pots, and the pots will actually be placed into the ground. There's no need to take them out of the pots. The pots are degradable and they can be put into the ground.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so that's great for that one. So move on to
Next
next tray now. This next tray here we've got French beans. The variety is Cobra. And again, a seed has been placed on top of each little pot. She's now putting the seed in, putting it in probably about an inch, something like that, covering it over. And then the seeds will be germinating and growing in the little pots, and the pots will then be placed into the ground in a few weeks' time when the risk of frost is gone.
And then they will grow how many weeks or what?
They should grow then for quite a few weeks before they're ready to actually give us some beautiful
Okay, next.
beans. The next one is beetroot. Again, some beetroot have been placed in little clusters in each one of those cells. So all that she's got to do now is just put a little bit of compost on top of each one of the cells.
Show them it.
Okay. Now all of these crops that we're growing, that we're sowing now, all of these seeds that we're sowing have been sown before several times, but at this time of the year we're making new sowings every 2 weeks. We want successional sowings. Our philosophy is we will plant a little bit quite regularly, little and often. So we don't ever want to have 30 lettuces all ready for cutting at the same time. We plant a few every 2 weeks that we've got a succession of crops during the season.
So this is fine, huh?
That's fantastic. Just carry on a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, that is good. That is absolutely perfect.
Beetroots.
Yeah.
Can use that.
Okay, the beetroot will come in very useful. We use lots of beetroot in our cooking.
Okay, next.
Okay, so now moving on to these 3 pots here. These are carrot, salad, onions and radish. Again, we've sown some of these previously. We're actually harvesting a radish at the moment. We want to make successional sowings so that we've got a good supply of these throughout the season. This year we're going to grow most of our radish, salad, onions and carrots actually in these pots and in some bigger pots as well rather than in the open ground. We think that we're going to have more success this way. So she's starting off with the carrots then. Sowing the carrots just thinly, there's no need to put too many on. You don't need to sow them all. They need to go on fairly thinly because then they'll have plenty of room to grow.
Alright. That's perfect.
Okay,
I will cover.
Good to me. Now just put some compost on top.
Compost. Cover. Goodness me. Oh, it's windy now.
It is rather windy, isn't it? Not a great afternoon, but at least it's not raining. That's something.
More.
That should do fine for the moment.
Next.
Great. Okay, so now move on to the salad onions.
Should be thinly only.
Ishikura. The carrots that were planted, those were Amsterdam Foursome. These salad onions here are Ishikura.
That's fine.
Yes, spread them out just a little bit, few more. I should think that would be absolutely fine. So just now put some compost on top. somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, maybe, something like that.
That's fine, I think.
That's great.
Just
okay,
put that in.
go on now to the radish. A variety of radish that Nigel is going to sow, our French breakfast, one of our favourite types of radish, although we do grow several types, but these are one of our favourites. As I said, we're already harvesting some that we sowed some time ago, but now we're doing our successional sowings. We're doing all these sowings probably every 2 weeks, probably every 14 days at this time of the year, to get a lovely succession of crops. We want to have salad crops, we want to have vegetable crops all the way through the year, deep into the autumn. We always want to be able to go out to harvest things from the garden, from the polytunnel.
Oh, the wind.
Yes, it's blowing you about, isn't it?
All
I think
right.
you've put enough in there, haven't you? Because they don't be too close together. So again, just put some compost on top. Maybe somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. Okay, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Put that down. I said firm it all down gently. Firm it down. And now to finish off, just water them all, please. Use a watering can there and just give them all a nice water.
I'll start. Oh.
Okay, you start down there with the runner beans.
Water.
Go on to the French beans.
These are cute pots.
And on to the beetroot. Now on to carrots.
Come on, sunshine. I think it's coming out now, the sun.
The salad onions.
Okay.
And the radish. Fantastic. Okay, so continuing with our successional sowing of salad and vegetable crops, we're on to tomatoes. Here I'm sowing a cherry tomato called crocchini.
Oh, very small.
Very small seeds. I'm trying to put 1 or a maximum of 2 into each one of these cells.
Very tinsy-wincy.
Very tinsy-wincy. It's getting late in the season, but we're going to give it a go and see whether we can get some lovely tomatoes really late on. I'm moving straight on to Pak Choy. We love our Pak Choy, and we're going to grow some of these in the polytunnel and outside. This particular Pak Choy is called Glacier. I'm going to try to sow probably 2 into each one of the cells. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. 2 in each one of the cells. That should be lovely. So that's our Pak Choy. The next one that we're sowing then is Calabrese. Again, putting 2 or 3 of the little seeds into each one of the cells. Calabrese is a very versatile crop. We absolutely love Calabrese. We eat a great deal of it. This particular one is Marathon F1. Next one, lettuce. We want a supply of lettuce for as many months as possible. We don't ever want to have 30 lettuce at once. We just want a few lettuce at a time. And so every 10 to 14 days we are planting more lettuce. Lettuce that we're planting is called all the year round. Courgettes. We've planted quite a few courgettes already. Got 3 courgette seed left, so we're going to plant these, try and get a slightly later crop with our courgettes. We're just going to put our courgettes into the trays. Going to cover everything over with a layer of compost.
Birds are singing.
Birds are singing, aren't they? It's not particularly sunny this afternoon, but the birds are singing. It's really a lovely afternoon. And it's great for sowing seeds. Okay, so we'll water. And those are going to go into the greenhouse. And hopefully they should germinate quite quickly. As I said, sow little, sow often. Best of luck.